thought in this video show you how to install Windows 7 on VirtualBox, and then if you may look like Windows Vista. First, open up local VirtualBox, go to Launchpad, launch local VirtualBox. When you're in that, you click on New, and then you click on Name, then I'll type in Windows 7. Which is 64-bit version of Windows 7. Next, leave it as 24 megabytes. Next, create a new hard disk, a virtual hard disk, VDI. Next, and then finish. But I'm copying the ISO file from my desktop, which is not my Mac. Instead, it is my actual desktop, which is copying the file to my USB device. I would then wait for it to download. But in a moment, I'll enable 3D acceleration. I'll enable 3D acceleration. Next, I'll drag it to 128 megabytes. What I'm going to do is, that's how I do it to the display. Breach exclusion is now enabled. Okay, and then I will pause this video until this is until the ISO file is done processing on my USB device from my desktop, and then this is my USB device. I'll go to before doing that, I'll name my continue folder on my desktop. ISO file is I'll copy the file, go to Finder, and then what I'm going to do is go to copy the file. What I'm going to do is I'll disconnect from my desktop. Next, I'll connect it to my Mac. When it's done, I will open up the Mac, then I'll drag and drop it into the desktop. When it's done, and this should take about 4 minutes to complete, 3 minutes to complete. Meanwhile, I'll cut this video until this is done. I'll drag it to the ISO file folder. I'll drag it onto the folder now. This is my USB device from Mac. I disconnected it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to VirtualBox, go to settings, wait for it to come up, go to storage, click on the disk icon, I'll add the disk, some nice files, add the DVD, choose it, okay, and then we'll start the virtual machine. It should be able to start, just like with when it starts, you should be able to and wait for it to go up. Start with the DVD. Now to try boot, then it should be able to mount the Windows 7 setup. So I'll just window resize this as normal. Okay, and then it should be able to install the operating system. Starting at Windows. It will take my integration, and then it should be able to start. This language, time on the keyboard, next. Install now, to install the operating system. Or 64-bit version of Windows. Also last agreement, next. Custom. So then like a space. Next. And this should be able to install Windows on it. I pause this bit till this done. When you're done installing the operating system, you'll type in your name, or type in caramel, or skip a password, or choose use recommended settings. Type into my time zone. Network, and I'll apply the changes of the network. Next, when it applies the changes, it should be able to boot into the Windows 7 desktop. But also get the machine, you have to install guest additions, which I can install. Onto that. Skip this. And then it should be able to boot. The local process failed. That's okay. It will restart automatically. It should be able to boot into the operating system. And it should be able to boot into and log on. It's bringing a desktop of your Windows 7 virtual machine. When it's done that, it should be able to install guest additions. Go to devices. No, we should not keep this as video because that's going to be poor image quality. Instead, I would select VGA, display, VirtualBox video. Okay, and then I'll power on the virtual machine. And it should be able to power it on. Should be able to power it on. set to start what it's normally. Next, it should be able to boot to the desktop. And then boot is up in the desktop. I'll install guest editions. I'll install guest editions driver. Next, I'll go to Start Computer. I would install the guest editions live CD. Install the 64-bit version. Click on USDOC to allow the installation of guest editions. Next, on any of those, next, install. It should be able to install guest editions at this point. And wait for it to extract one. Trust software. I'll install those. Should be able to install this software. We reboot. So we're able to boot into the operating system. I'll make the full screen. I'll right click, personalize. It should enable arrow into the screen. The next thing I need to do is to check the video card settings. The video card does not support effect. What we need to do is we need to go to start and type in DV mgmt.msc. Press enter to continue. Open display appetizers, right click on the driver. update the driver software. Browse my computer for driver software. Click on browse. You browse through C drive, then you browse through VirtualBox installation. Enroll or leave it as Windows Basic. And we're done. Now what we're going to do is we need to install the Windows 7 to Windows Vista transformation pack. It's Google Chrome, and then I'll type in from my desktop, and what we need to do is I'll open up those links which I'll copy and paste it from my desktop into a Word document or into my USB device. I disconnect this drive from my PC, then I connect it to my Mac. Open this. I'll open up this document. I should be able to open up this doc. I provided you, I have provided you with those links that can download, or you can open up those with the video description, which can do it. When it's full screen, okay, and I'll download. Now I will need to drag this onto the desktop. You should be able to copy the file. Next, once I'm copying it, I'll move on to the next bit about. But we need to share the file with the Mac. Now with the Windows virtual machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download the .NET framework. download web installer. Should be to download the web installer. I want to just okay, and that's done. It's automatically pointed you down for that, which you can download. I would create a folder. I'll move those into this folder. I'll pause a bit because I had to put the video to my directory. I'll remove the USB device. Next, I've copied the files. But I need to ensure that search for can I share my files and folders with my VirtualBox on my Mac. I do not need to share my file because I now know to share a file. Go to devices, share folders, share folder settings. Next, I would go the folder path to over. Next, I add my own folder. Okay. Next, desktop. I will need to move this .core file into this. So next, I can actually file. And I would click on drop down and then click on other desktop. I open this here. Requirements. Okay. So let's do it. I'll add the computer icon and network icon. Users files network control. And then I would all of your files. Next, first I will need to install a skin pack. Now, I'll further the file. Right, we'll delete the file now. And on that will for itself. We'll need to move the file. And we'll delete the skin pack. Now, but let's go. I'll copy the file from the other PCs. Clear my desktop, then I'll go back when it's done. But there's no link appearing. Instead, I'll download the Instead, apply the theme. First, go to the Windows Vista wallpapers. Next, I'll extract all the wallpapers onto PC according back to Windows wallpapers. Next, no, it's still going on. So I'll copy it, then I'll go to your computer. Look at the say Windows. I should click on Windows Web and not Windows will start fit. Next, we need to make a new folder. I'll paste it inside the folder. Continue. It's done. That's done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the skin pack for the system. I will need to go to branding, then I'll go to instructions, click on those, click on the ship. What I'm going to do to enable that is no, there's nothing in optional. And the ship as well, install take over ship. I'll run this, I'll click on this to confirm, okay. And then once done, you will need to follow this instruction. Okay, and then we'll place this branding folder. I'll go to computer, look to C, Windows, branding, and then we'll go new, go to place this, we're going to confirm item. I will need to take in the ship as a folder. And again for that, the file should be easy to replace. No, it's still not going to replace the files above us, okay? Still view the properties. Delete this folder. Next, what I'm going to do are also going to need to load the error themes and the basic theme of Windows Vista. What I'm going to do is that I'll go to Google Chrome and I'll download the theme applied for which we need to do. Next, what we need to do is we need to go to this link, and we need to then download. No, you need to scroll down, click here to download. Do not click here to download as well. Press on the download button, and then you should be able to allow access. Okay, what is it? And then when you've done that, we should be able to download the file. Next, also you need to share the folder to that. Minimize the VM window, drag this to desktop. And then what we need to do is we need to drag this onto the VM shared folder. Next, I'll open up devices and then we'll click on shared folders. Go to the folder path, click on other. What we need to do is I still need to find the file which I placed. I need to extract the zip. I'll have a utility. Next, expand it. Extract it. Just as what we need to do is we can then share the folder. Now it's already there. Now I need to refresh this. What I'm going to do is we're also going to need to install we need to install the Windows Media. There's no data written onto this program, but no mind. The Windows Vista everything should be working with the Windows Media Player window above this option, okay? What we need to do is we need to this is the theme files which I need. What I'm going to do is we need to share the file again, or go to shared folders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the file to add the file folder. We'll add that. There we go. Vista complete. Read only automatic make a permanent. So it's got 3. Click on OK, and then it should be working. Computer. Next, you need to install the Universal Theme Patcher. X64. That's my own. No, that's the full version, when it's giving us an error code, we need to make our folder into the desktop. Next, what we need to do is we need to move those files. I'll right click and then click on copy. Now paste it into this folder. Now I need to delete this file. Move the bin. I'll paste the full items. And it should be working. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a file onto this folder. Go to my computer, and then this is the file. It still cannot find the file specified. What we need to do is that we need to create a bridge gap. What we need to do is we need to, what we need to do is we need to merge the files with the I will need to create a folder for this to be shared. And what we need to do is we need to drag and drop those folders onto this. We need to drag and drop those onto this as well. It should be working, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable the shared folder which we have by deleting it. I'll delete those and I'll click on OK. I will reset the virtual machine, and then I should be able to reset the virtual machine. It is much faster. The mouse cursor is working perfectly fine, as you can see here. What we're going to do is we need to share this file again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to devices, share folders settings, and then we need to add the file folder. We'll add the file folder. Next, go to my desktop, VirtualBox, okay. Anything we can do, we can then right click, properties, I would no. I would then right click to properties, uncheck read only, apply this folder, apply the subfolder, and then I'll click on OK and apply. This is the 64-bit version of the installation. I would need to, there's no reload option. what we can do when we need to, I can install Universal Theme Patch as a Windows XP version onto the virtual machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in next. Download Service Pack 3, Universal Theme Patch 1.3. UX Tender. Next, drag and drop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this file to this folder. And it should be able to run the file. What we need to do is we need to extract the UX tender. What we need to do is we need to extract the file first. I'll extract it, and it should be able to extract it to a new folder. Desktop. You should be able to extract it to desktop. Oh wait, real quick. Properties, compatibility, Windows XP System 3 selected, unblock. Okay. Patch next to our boot. The next thing I need to do, we need to reboot the system. I'll find the reset button. And then I would then try the theme for the system. Try the new theme. Next, I need to go to computer. I will just say Windows, resources, themes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this here, do a drag and drop. And those files with the thumbs, system swirl. Now enable the Windows Classic theme. with the name of Windows 7 Basic. Meanwhile, we'll delete those files because it is not good for our VM. And I will need to uninstall the extender. There's now the remove program option. I need to uninstall those. I need to right quick delete the application. And then we'll move on to the next step. I need to change the wallpaper to apply the Windows 7 theme. I'll delete those, and it should be able to apply. Okay, I would then change the Windows color scheme to the Windows Vista theme. And then next, we need to change the wallpaper onto this here. I would click on this screen, browse. I'll go to my computer, local disk C, and I'll go to Windows Web, Windows Vista at this point. And then next, I need to choose the Windows Vista wallpaper on this one here. I would stretch this wallpaper. I also found a way to change the taskbar. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the Windows color scheme. No, I did not. It did not change. But we need to, you know, okay, this is now back to I don't know which club it is, but I know. And what we need to do with we need to is we would need to use specific methods to apply the theme correctly. We need to resize the window on the Windows folder and the My Computer window. Next, we need to install .NET framework. Let's click on Apply. To theme Windows 7 to click on Windows Vista. Now do not worry about my imperfections, and I do not worry about the errors which I counted. But meanwhile, and that's pretty much it. I was getting a lot more tired about modifying everything I need to for the transformation pack to complete. But I still cannot enter my missions, etc. I still cannot change my theme, but instead I can change it wallpaper, etc. I can only change the small files, not the big ones. But that is okay with the video. But in case on your daily PC or your main PC running Windows 7, you should be working. Your setup should be working fine and fully cooperative on your hardware, etc. But don't worry about the lack of error, etc. that my virtual machine do not incorporate or have. But that's okay, and thank you for watching this video. That's pretty much it. Goodbye.